Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well. We had an unfortunate uh, anniversary. Anniversary because it's the number of the years and it's not a celebration. And there are, 90 years since the Holodomor, the genocide against Ukrainian people, occurred. It was perpetrated by the communists in the Soviet Union, and in particular by two people. Stalin, who was in charge, and he was the Soviet dictator, and he was a Georgian from Georgia, no Russian. And his right-hand man, who implemented the genocide against the Ukrainian people, who was Mr. Kaganovich. Kaganovich is not Russian, he's not Georgian, he's Jewish, like Zelensky. So lately, it's this push by some international forces and obviously some guys in Ukraine to stick the Holodomor, the genocide against the Ukrainian people, stick it to the Russians, as if the Russians perpetrated, without mentioning the guys in charge of it, which are none of them Russian. And I have here two articles where Mr. Zelensky, who's Jewish, like Kaganovich, tries to shame the Russians, and eventually they will put Holodomor, the genocide, together with Russia, not with the Soviet Union, and somehow a continuation and a connection with Vladimir Putin. I already saw an article regarding that imbecility. Now, let me show you these two articles, and then I will show you who perpetrated, who were in charge of the genocide. That you're not told. You're told Soviet Union, blah, blah, Russia, Soviet Union, blah, blah, Russia. No, it was not Russia. All right, it was a Georgian and a guy called Kaganovich, and I will show you on Wikipedia. There's nothing politically incorrect or hateful here. He's just telling you the truth. These are facts. These are names. Is it illegal to mention them? It's like it would be illegal to say that Harry Truman decided to drop 2 atomic bombs on 2 civilian cities, Japanese civilian cities. Why? Because that's a war crime. But you're not supposed to mention that because you could be accused of something hateful, anti-ism. All right? But I will not do that. I will call it the way it is. I already did. So here is the first article. The New Voice of Ukraine, which is from today, the 25th of November, 2023. Russia launches unprecedented drone attack on Ukraine to mark Holodomor Memorial. Zelensky livid. You can't assign intent without knowing the intent. That's what these guys interpreted. It's true that they did that, but a lot of other things happen in history that Russia has nothing to do with. Why would the Russians care about Holodomor? Unless they try to put together Russia with the Holodomor. So that means for the Holodomor memorial, nobody goes to school, nobody has sex, nobody does anything because it's Holodomor. That's your people's thing. Like I've been asking in the United States at the beginning when I came here by some intellectuals, where are you from? Romania. Oh, do you guys celebrate the 4th of July in Romania? You know, the Independence Day, United States Independence Day. And my question was, do you celebrate December 1st? What the fuck is December 1st? Was the usual answer. Well, it's Romania's national day. And their immediate logical answer was, why would we celebrate your national day? And my answer was, we should celebrate your national day? I thought that everybody celebrates. That was their expectation. Well, it's not. We have nothing to do with your Independence Day. You have nothing to do with our Day of Independence or the National Day. Okay? So same here, Holodomor. When you celebrate that, it doesn't mean the whole world stops and salutes the flag of Ukraine. No, it's just another day for the rest of the world. Now, he is livid. Zelensky, Kaganovich was livid too, right? So this marks the most substantial drone assault on the capital since the conflict, blah, blah, blah. So President Zelensky condemned Russia's drone attack on Ukraine on the Holodomor Genocide Memorial Day, saying Russia's actions were deliberately designed to desecrate the memory of the dead. No, you just assign intention without knowing intent. I mean, as I said, that means that on a certain day nobody does anything because my father or my mother died. Who cares? That's my problem. The same here. It's unbelievable. So let's go to the next article. Again, Ukraine Forum. Russia launches terrorist attack precisely on the eve of Holodomor Remembrance Day. Zelensky. So, what's the connection between Russia and Holodomor? It's the same connection that these guys, everybody else in the Soviet Union should be, like Georgia, Moldova, that is your ally. Even Ukrainians were involved in Holodomor. What are you talking about? You see, Soviet Union was formed of a union of, nations. They are called Soviet Socialist Republics. Ukraine was one of them, as was Moldova. At that time wasn't, because it happened in 1932, 1933. Moldova was not taken by Stalin at that time. So let's put it aside. But there were other ones. That means that all these guys are guilty. They should not do anything because it's the Remembrance Day. It's your Remembrance Day. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. But, you can't, You can't impose respect by law. It's earned. Or the same thing. What we're supposed to do? Oh yeah, we're not gonna do it. And the next day will be what? Zelensky's birthday. The next one will be Zhmihal's son's birthday, and then it was the anniversary of Zelensky and his wife's marriage, and that means the Russians would wait. Oh man, a lot of celebration every day. Now I'm just making that way. I understand, the importance of the Holodomor, but don't put it, and they try to put it together. So Russia carried out a terrorist attack deliberately on the eve of Holodomor. Yeah, they did it on a day of the year that happened to be the eve of Holodomor. Now, what we have, the month of Holodomor now, or the year of Holodomor? The Russians should just wait? Why? Are you crazy? Now let's go to Holodomor and find out what is that. Right here, Holodomor is also known as Great Ukraine Famine. Was a man-made famine in Soviet Ukraine from 1932 to 1933 that killed millions of Ukrainians. See here, the Holodomor was part of the wider Soviet famine, which affected the major grain production areas of the Soviet Union. So it was not just the Ukrainians, it was many others because of those good communists. Now, Soviet Union, I don't see Russia there. You see Russia there? Hey, you see Russia there? While scholars are in the consensus that the cause of the famine was man-made, whether the Holodomor constitutes a genocide remains in dispute. Some historians conclude that the famine was deliberately engineered by Joseph Stalin, right here, Jugashvili, right? Joseph Vissarionovich Jugashvili, Georgian, not Russian, to eliminate a Ukrainian independence movement. All right, now, and I'm going to go down. It says it declared that 7 to 10 million died. Some say here, period 1932-1933. Around, pip, pip. Okay, bad. So let's go down. Come on. Where are you? You are here, I know. There you go. There you go. Who are those? Can you read, my friends? Lazar Kaganovich left. played a role in enforcing Stalin's policy that led to the Holodomor. All right, let's see who Lazar Kaganovich is. Oh my, okay. Lazar Moiseyevich from Moses, you know. Kaganovich, Asa Kaganovich. Lazar, okay, was a Soviet politician and administrator and one of the main associates of Joseph Stalin. He was one of the several associates who helped Stalin to seize power. Born to Jewish parents in modern Ukraine, almost, let's put a flag, almost as Zelensky, Jewish guy born in Ukraine. So when you, and if you want to know, you can read down here all his titles, together with Baria, right here. And not only Baria, there's some others, okay? You can read Baria, but Baria was another guy. We want to see Baria, we're going to look for Baria. And not only, we're going to look for another one, but not now. You can go down here and see what he was doing at what were his titles. All right, and we can look 1930 to 1939. Second Secretary of Communist Party of the Soviet Union. This is what he was. All right, my friends. Now, maybe this thing is, you know, Kaganovich was born in 1893 to Jewish parents. All right, and he was what? He spoke Yiddish at home, not Ukraine, Yiddish. So when you hear this guy, where is he? Where is his fucking face? Right here. When you hear this guy talking about Holodomor and trying to stick it on Putin, and I'm going to show you an article, just the title, then what is this guy trying to do? Divert? Hide? Lie? Oh, anyway, I'm not implying anything. I don't know, but it's just a, just a coincidence. Ukrainian Jew with Ukrainian Jew. And a Georgian. Where are the Russians? I don't know. So let's find the other article. Here it is. And this is the guy who I think covers shit behind someone else in the past. Zelensky says Putin is Russian. Putin would subject Ukraine to another Holodomor famine if he could. Again, ascribing or assigning intent without evidence. His evidence is just Putin bad, I am good. So remember, Putin and Russia, and you can look if you want at this. Let's go back to where we left. All right, this guy. Anything about Russia here. You got Soviet Union, you got the communists, you got a Ukrainian Jew, you got a Soviet Georgian, you got the genocide, and you got, where is he? Right here. Who dares to say that he would, because he knows? This sounds to me like cover-up, projection, trying to divert, hide, cover up, hide, anyway. So everything I said here, I showed you. What Zelensky said, who Kaganovich is, not what I say about Kaganovich, what Wikipedia says. Now, do you think that Wikipedia is anti-Semitism? Huh? Jukashvili, Stalin, the man of steel, again, that's a fact. So Soviet Union, not Russia, that's a fact. This guy trying to make connections that are not there, he just makes them. Maybe he could be, maybe Putin could tomorrow come and say, Zelensky would subject Ukraine to another Holodomor famine if he could. Anyone can claim shit. But then in our civilization, that used to be our civilization until Kaganovich and Stalin and Zelensky and others took over, we would ask, okay, all right, that's your statement, that's your accusation. Now is the hard work. Bring the evidence, the supporting evidence. He bad. Oh, okay. Now, by some other people's culture, that's a good argument. And there's the supporting evidence. For our civilization, you should laugh and say, go and wash your underwear, clean your room, stay over there until I call you. But we don't do that. We are very supposed to look at Zelensky and take him very seriously. Why? Because the mass media, who's also owned by good people, make him appear as if he is a serious person. Look at the pictures right there. Isn't he serious? Isn't he? Yeah, I think he's very serious. He's very serious. Look at all his, not all, most of the pictures now, not most, since he started this war, he defends Ukraine in the name of Ukraine. The pictures depicting this weasel, this clown, are all serious and like he's a man. What, 4 feet 5 inch or something? I'm just exaggerating. With the bowls like peanuts, not even like blueberries. Bing, 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 bing. This is the guy who defends Ukraine. He leads Ukraine against the monster Russians. My friends, I do not intend to play full retard in this video, okay? Maybe half, but not full. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.